Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. On this segment of the show, we're talking about the bloggers versus the journalists. And let's. A lot of people do not know that our profession takes training, takes going through rigorous, training and retraining. And, sometimes you have to unlearn, you have to relearn. And it takes a whole lot of process to get to this level where you can visibly tell yourself that you are a professional on the job. But then it's quite annoying that then you now see this crop of people who call themselves bloggers bastardizing this highly esteemed profession of ours. I keep seeing it.
But normally, when you say being a blogger is
I said some of these bloggers.
Being a blogger is far different from being a journalist.
Oh, now they've made themselves into one. You've not heard? Because then the people on the streets do not even know the difference between you and them. So go for accreditation, for example, say you go for accreditation in a media organization, or maybe you want to do an event, for example, an award ceremony, and you go there, unless it is an award organized by a media organization. Say, for example, the NMA award. They would give premium attention to the media organizations and give, rules and regulations to the few bloggers that they will bring on board. But no, for most awards, Khaled, you followed me to an event. There was an event I went to anchor, and did you see how many journalists did you see there? How many media organizations did you see? About two. And then we had all of the bloggers. In fact, one of the bloggers posted something on social media, and I almost wept with the kind of, and these guys are making money. As a matter of fact, they even give them jobs. They would rather not give an MITV, a Health TV, a channels, television, a TVC. They say we are supporting government. They have a lot of excuses for not doing the right thing. But that's not my concern this morning. The reason why I said bloggers versus journalists is very simple. My director can put up some of those pictures and the video. I was hoping that we'll be able to get the concerned party on the show this morning, to speak to us on this matter. Over the weekend, Ife Onyegbele, she was just newly appointed the DG of Imo Broadcasting Corporation, newly. She was a member of the board before.
It's been a while. Is it still new?
It's still new because it's just been a few days. It's just been a few days. She was a board member. Now she's on top of the board. All right, she's the DG of the IBC as we speak. But this is not a problem. Over the weekend, a picture was used in a post where she was declared wanted by some blog, Nairametrics. And my director can put up the video. Okay, so the story, first of all, I think we need to use the picture. Now, that is it. This is the woman who is wanted.
Yes, but actually it was, even on the blog.
That's the woman who is wanted.
Yes, it was the name of the woman.
But it was the picture of Ife that was there. Now, when you see, Yemisi Imasi, CEO of Yellow Point Group, declared wanted by the Nigerian police over fraud. You see? And then Ife's picture
was pulled.
And then the story, And when I called her, I was like, what's this? I said, have you sued them? She said, of course, she has done that. But you see, this is what makes it really, really interesting. If his boss's wife, she's the GM of Toaster Farm, a boss's wife was the one who called and said, Ife, what is this nonsense I'm seeing on social media that you are wanted for something? And she said to the woman, that is how I too saw it. A lot of people have called me this morning to ask the same question. So she saw it. After the damage that had been done, the person who put up the story started calling her to apologize.
Oh, no.
No rejoinder, nothing. You see
I mean,
the damage that has been done already.
This is sad.
The damage that has been done already is done.
This
But
is
rather
sad.
than sorting out the damage that has been done, you are calling in private to apologize.
That can't work. You can't call in private to settle such. You can't. You can't call in private to
So
settle.
yes, this morning we're talking about bad reportage and the bloggers versus the journalists. It's not
That's
the
why
first
the
time.
difference will always, be so wide
How do we
between
save our
journalism
job?
and bloggers.
How do we save our job, Yinka Kenny? Someday somebody can just pick your picture and say found wanted for drug trafficking. I'm
Money
saying,
laundering. YK.
do you know how
YK
much jobs that will cost you? I know most of your customers, clients come from social media. Do you know how much? Do you know what it's the damage you can do to your name? Because
Very big.
some Nigerians are even erratic. They won't even listen and
course.
find out if it is your
Of
name.
course.
You know, a lot of people will say, out there, no fake name.
In fact, someone who just probably gave you a contract and who you've been doing
Pursuing
contracts
for a long time.
will cut it off immediately.
Well,
Until you clarify.
I would say there should be some sort of monitoring. There should be some sort of
Checks and balances.
checks and balancing. Some, what do you call it now? The word is just not coming.
Okay, regulation.
Regulation, thank you. I don't know the word, just some sort of regulation. They have a body. They have.
Some of them don't belong to the body.
Then that's where the regulation comes in.
But an internet is a free space. They tell you that they don't have to belong
Of
to the
course.
body. Cowdy and I wanted to contact somebody to put up a post recently. And the guy said for him to put up one post is 270,000 naira on Instagram. One post. He's a blogger.
Just a blogger.
He's not even a blogger. He has an account on social media.
Yeah, because he has the
And he has the
followership.
followership and all that.
Yeah, he has.
So he became a blogger, and he's making more money than
More
you.
money.
I mean, one post,
just one post,
270,000.
it was a
So when they said they do
difference.
give away of 1 million, and you see where it comes from.
So I just think, well, the professionals should keep doing what they know how to do well, and also professionals should not also form the habit of reporting like a blogger, because you realize, I'm sure you will agree with me, that a lot of professionals these days
Do report like a blogger.
honestly, you see,
Sometimes
I
you don't know
see
the difference.
on the wall of some professionals the things I see, and I'm like, excuse me,
Like, really?
you know, even those professionals that you respect, you feel that these ones, they are authority, even in all of this, and
Because they want the followers. Because
and I'm like,
how many of the
Course.
journalists who do the
excuse me,
job
so
have the
they say
followers?
charity begins from home. You should, we should do our job well, due diligence, and well, leave the. Well, it almost seems as if there's nothing we can do, but I feel that on the media space there should be some sort of monitoring. There should be some sort of laws, rules, you know, that will guide all of these things. And you know, when the federal government came up with regulations on social media, all of us went agog. These are part of
The reasons.
the reasons,
reasons.
you know, and all of that. Like someone, and you realize that people are watching. So there was some time ago, early in the year, I cannot remember the news now, and somebody said, I immediately went onto my wall to check, but didn't find anything,
Incriminating.
no, of that report or some sort of. That was why the person was sending me an inbox as at then. And I said to him that for now, I don't have the true story. So I cannot put out anything.
Until I am sure.
Exactly. And I've been consistent like that. If I do not, I just let it. So in the bid for us to break the news,
Be the one to break the news.
that's the problem.
Be the one to break, and that's for we're
Then
talking
to
about the
break the
journalists
wrong
now.
name.
Yes.
We're talking about the
The
professionals,
professionals
now.
now. So let us do our jobs. If you do your job well,
Due diligence.
yes, you will be
Very
distinct. Even if a blogger makes an error or something, the people that believes in you,
They will come back to
they will reach
verify.
out
Definitely.
to verify if so that's
Definitely.
why you should, as a person, protect your profession, because there's almost nothing we can do about all of this.
Of course.
Sincerely, there is almost nothing
almost
we can
nothing
do.
we can do. That's just the
It's
truth.
as if our hands are tied to the back, and we're trying so hard. I look at the
And
followers.
right now, a lot of journalists are also diving into blogs
Blogging.
and all that. Because,
No, they're
because
diving
of-
into their style of blogging. They're not doing journalism anymore. They're doing the blogging style so that they can have followers on social media, so that they can also make some money, so that they can also, have the following that would help them, make.
But the truth is, blogging and all of those things will come and may go, but journalism will always stand. It will always stand.
You
That's
think
what
so?
I believe.
I think our job is becoming extinct because even Nigerians don't seem to be looking for the truth anymore. Nigerians seem to be believing. They seem to believe practically anything that they see.
There are still a lot of people who still see some
Yeah, there are lots
news
of
and they
people.
come back to the TV station and do
Yeah.
to verify.
Really,
The information.
What percentage?
I mean,
What
let's
percentage?
say about
It's one of the reasons why
50
we
to
have
60%,
no.
and 40
No,
believes
no,
the
no.
blogs.
No. Majority of the people read their news from the blogs. It's one of the reasons why revenue
Most
of media
especially the
houses
youth.
is dwindling.
Most especially the youth.
especially the youth. And they occupy more than 55% of the
A
population.
lot of them. So, like I was asking my son, I was listening to, a particular station while coming to the office, and he heard something, and he asked me, and I was like, I've told you for the opting time, read news, listen to
Very
news.
important.
He said, Mommy, I do. I said, where? I've never come to the house and see you watching news. He said, no, I do on my phone. I said, which
Which of the stations?
So he just said, he told us
Young people,
one of the papers and all of that.
young
But
people
in
do
all, we
Twitter.
should just
Twitter is
we
where they
just
form
need to
opinion.
sensitize the people about this. It's very important.
Verify your news. You
Always
can only
verify
get the
your news
truth
from
the
TV.
traditional media, the newspapers, the traditional newspapers, the TV stations, the
Radio
radio
houses.
stations. That's the only place you can get your real news. Every other thing that you get from elsewhere is usually, almost all the time, not true. Ika Kenya, how do you close this morning?
well, I would say that be a good Nigerian and a good representative of Nigeria wherever you go. My name is Yinka Kedi.
Right, Carrie?
And I would say, don't let anyone steal your joy. Just keep your joy. Stay focused. I'm Kayode Adelaya.
You need to say that again. I need to see your face. All right, that's how we close on the Bumper Breakfast this morning. Wednesday edition, we focus on women. We'll be back here tomorrow bright and early. Keep watching MITV and have a good day. Bye.